Hello friends, we are back with our new tutorial. In this tutorial, I will discuss how to draw a multi-panel histogram in R or RStudio using ggplot2 that you can use for your official presentation or in your publication. Once you learn the steps, you can create any multi-panel figure, not necessarily histograms. All the codes we discuss here are available in the video description. Feel free to copy, paste, run and learn. Just in case you want to draw a single histogram, we have a separate tutorial on that. Let's begin. Here we consider the famous iris flower data. The data is available in the package datasets. So first we install that package using install.packages and call the package into R using library. In case you have your data in an Excel sheet, load your data into R and store them into different vectors. We have discussed loading data from Excel sheets in other videos. Suppose we want to draw the histograms of sepal length and sepal width for the three iris species Setosa, versicolor and virginica. Each of the vectors sepal.length and sepal.width in the data frame iris consists of observations from all the three species. So we separate the observations into 6 vectors: sl.setosa, sl.versicolor, sl.virginica, sw.setosa, sw.versicolor and sw.virginica. For other datasets, just replace these vectors with the ones you have. Okay, once we run the code, the 6 vectors are ready as you can see here. We just show the ones for sepal length. Each vector contains 50 observations. Next, we look for drawing the separate histograms. We discussed drawing a single histogram in the tutorial how to create a nice histogram in R using ggplot2. For a stepwise discussion, please check that video. Here we will just briefly go through the steps for sepal length of Setosa. Before we move to create the ggplots, first we need the package ggplot2. So we will install it and call it into R or RStudio. For this we will use the commands install.packages and library similar to the package datasets. Now we are ready to create the ggplot. In the console window, type ggplot a blank bracket plus geom histogram within aesthetics x equals to sl.setosa, y equals to ... density ... This specification of y ensures we draw the proportion but not the frequencies. Then outside aesthetics, breaks equals to hist sl.setosa, plot equals to false. Then outside bracket $breaks. The choice of binwidth of the hist function in R is different from the binwidth of the geom histogram function. This specification ensures that both are the same. Then color equals to black within quotes. Without this color specification, the edges of the histogram will not be visible. So far the basic requirements are done. Then to set a title, say Setosa, we add ggtitle Setosa within quotes. Theme plot.title equals to element text h just equals to 0.5. This places the title at the top center. Then xlab sepal length in centimeter within quotes. This adds the x-axis label. Then ylab density within quotes. This adds the y-axis label. Then theme axis.text equals to element text size equals to 20. This enlarges the axis texts. Axis.title equals to element text size equals to 20. This enlarges the axis titles, and plot.title equals to element text size equals to 20. This enlarges the plot title. Once we run the code, our single histogram is ready. Let's see how it looks. In the similar way, we need to create histograms for the 6 variables we consider. We can repeat the code 6 times, but writing a function is preferred. We write a function hist.plotter that considers some inputs like the name of the data vector, x-axis label, and the plot title. Note that these are specific to the choice of the species and the variable for which we want to draw the histogram. Note that we choose a smaller size equals to 10, of the axis texts, axis titles, and the plot title. When we plot many histograms together, they can overlap with each other if we choose size equals to 20. Next, we just evaluate the function hist.plotter at the 6 vectors and store into 6 ggplot objects P1 through P6. We are done with 6 individual histograms. Next, we move to our main goal, that is plotting them together. Before we move to create the multi-panel plot, first we need the package GridExtra. So we need to install it and call it into R or RStudio. For this, we use the commands install.packages and library, similar to the package datasets and ggplot2. Next, we use the function grid.arrange to bind the ggplots. Note that the plots are arranged row-wise. Thus, in the first row, P1, P2, P3 will be plotted, and the second row will contain P4, P5 and P6. We store the combined ggplot into P. Finally, we save the output into the file multipanel.pdf. Let's see how the multipanel figure looks. If you think of adding some extra features, you can let us know in the comment box. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and press on the bell icon for more updates.